The death of Logan Roy had sent shockwaves through the business world. The billionaire media mogul had been the driving force behind Waystar Royco, and his passing left a power vacuum that threatened to tear the company apart. In the days following Logan's death, his children, Kendall, Roman, and Shiv, found themselves thrust into the spotlight. The fate of the company rested in their hands, and they each had their own ideas about how to move forward. Kendall and Roman had already been in talks with Matson, a rival media conglomerate that had expressed interest in acquiring Waystar Royco. Matson had offered $192 per share, a tempting sum that would make each of the Roy siblings very wealthy. But Kendall and Roman weren't interested in selling out. They wanted to run the company themselves, to prove that they were capable of carrying on their father's legacy. So Roman decided to use his political connections to block the Matson deal. Gerard Meccan was a powerful senator who owed Roman a favor. He was also a vocal opponent of media consolidation, which made him the perfect ally for Roman. With Meccan's help, they were able to persuade other lawmakers to vote against the Matson deal, effectively killing it. Kendall and Roman knew that this decision could cost them in the short term. The stock price of Waystar Royco would likely drop, and investors might lose faith in the company's leadership. But they were willing to take that risk, to prove that they were capable of making tough decisions and standing up for what they believed in. Meanwhile, Shiv had her own struggles to contend with. Her marriage to Tom had been on the rocks for some time, but the death of her father had forced her to re-evaluate her priorities. She realized that she didn't want her children to grow up in a broken home, and that she still loved Tom in her own way. So she reached out to him, and they began the slow process of rebuilding their relationship. It wasn't easy, and there were still plenty of issues to work through, but Shiv was determined to make it work, for the sake of her children. As the weeks passed, the Roys settled into their new roles. Kendall and Roman worked together to steer the company through choppy waters, while Shiv focused on her family and her own personal growth. They didn't always see eye to eye, and there were plenty of tense moments. But they were united in their desire to honor their father's legacy, and to prove that they were worthy of the Roy name.